to sink it all. All right. Let's dive into this. What are we, idiot savants?
Snack.
Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, I think idiot savants.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the very first.
Just
Let's start that again. I want to edit that out.
podcast? Question mark?
Yeah, it's a podcast. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first podcast of Idiot Savants. That's us, Nate and I. Nate Fontes. Is that the name you're gonna go by? Nate Fontes or Nathaniel?
Yeah. Dirty Mike and the boys.
Well,
we will have sex in your Prius. Yeah, whatever.
We're gonna sit around and reflect on topics that we are unqualified to talk about, and topics that we have pretty good grasp on. I don't know. And what else, Nate? What else are we gonna talk about?
I think we'll talk about things, philosophy and living and making mistakes and learning and all the things that we're actually, I think, overqualified to talk about. It's actually beneath us.
Oh, okay. So, I think I see how this is going to go. Yeah. I'm going to try to tackle the stuff I don't know anything about, and Nate's going to tackle the stuff he knows everything about.
Yeah, just too much. I have too much knowledge of things, so I want to make sure I get rid of some of them.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
I want to get rid of some of the units of knowledge.
You need to share it with just me. Basically, I'm the idiot. He's the savant. There you go. I'm actually excited about this.
Savant, a person who is considered to be mentally handicapped but displays brilliance in a specific area, especially one involving memory.
Heck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
That's basically us.
But I'm pretty stoked to do this or start it. I mean, I thought about doing a podcast for a couple years now and never really had the initiative to do it. I never had a guy to push me to do it. Like, I talked about it with a friend of mine named Johnny. Like, we were going to talk about, I think, music and stuff, and it never fell through. Well, it fell through. And then you called me the other day, last week.
Yeah, it never fell through in a good way.
And I'm down for anything, and I'm down for everything.
Quick turnaround time.
Yeah. I don't know, so there's going to be a learning curve for us, because I've never done this. I don't know if Nate has. He's probably talked about it too. Go ahead, Nate. Tell me what you're thinking.
I've never done it.
We listen to podcasts.
I've wanted to do one for a long time, but I listen to them all the time, so that's my experience.
Yeah, exactly. If you listen to podcasts, you can do podcasts. That's how it works. Well,
hey, through Christ all things are possible. I'm pretty sure that's how the Mormons say it.
Amen, brother.
Right. We're gonna have to edit this out. We got crew in here. You want to come say hi to Bernie?
I knew that's what was happening.
We're recording a video.
Wait, how do you do that?
With magic.
Look.
What's up, man?
That's a video?
Yeah. What's going on, dude?
Hi, Ernie.
Hey.
Hi.
You're growing up, man. You're so big now.
Hi.
Hey, man. I saw your toy videos.
Yeah, get a job.
No.
He's like, no.
All right, you have to go lay down in bed because we're gonna record this. And when I'm done, I'll come get you. But you gotta close your eyes and go night night.
Okay.
Okay, I love you. Mwah.
I love that. We're gonna keep that because that's reality.
Spell me.
You know how to spell me, guys? We got another savant here. He knows how to spell me. Go ahead.
N-E.
Oh my.
N-E?
No.
M-E. That's what you said. I just misheard you. All right, genius.
Kid's so smart, man. You're raising him right. That's what I say.
So I went to Miami over the weekend.
Oh, yeah? How'd that go?
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm going to get it started for you.
All right.
I'll make a short story long. My buddy Brad got to my house. He lives 2 hours away. And he immediately realized that he forgot all of his diabetes medicine. The diabetes.
Yeah.
He's got the real bad diabetes.
Yeah.
And all his pills and stuff. So it's like 10 or 11 o'clock maybe, or maybe a little bit after that.
Yeah.
We had to go to the hospital to get him a prescription so we could go to Walgreens and get him more insulin. So that's how our trip started out. So not a great start.
No.
We flew Allegiant Air. This is not a commercial. We flew Allegiant Air.
I've never heard of it.
Not sponsored by Allegiant Air. Not a sponsor.
Oh my god.
And it's real cheap. I mean, they're like, they advertise like low fare flights to only certain destinations. Dallas is probably one of them, but anyways, it was good. Everything went smooth. The landing was kind of rough.
Yeah.
But anyways, we get there. It's real hot. My sister and her husband met us there. So we had a pretty good time. Stayed on South Beach and just pretty much just hung out with each other and got drunk. My buddy almost went home with what we assumed and kind of figured out was an escort.
No way. Of course, that's typical from Florida.
I'm only basing it off of the fact that she was very attractive and she was alone, and she talked to Brad for a while. Not that Brad's not attractive. I want to go on record as saying I don't think that. But yeah, she was just, it's just weird. Like, you're alone at a bar. She spoke all the languages except the English one. So anyways, we saved him from that and mainly just drank and stayed on the beach.
Is he anything like me where, like, when he's intoxicated, he just doesn't care and he wanted to go through with it?
Yes, 100%.
So,
like, I mean, when else are you going to have that experience?
Because every time I'm at that point, I stop caring about everything and I need a friend there to save me, like, every time.
Yeah,
actually.
Otherwise you end up...
Go ahead.
I said otherwise you end up in a hostel somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, my buddy Austin, he had to save me from a couple whales, if that's okay to say. If that's PC enough.
Yeah, I assumed you meant an actual whale.
Yeah.
You were...
Of course.
Gonna have interspecies relations.
Mm-hmm. I would never talk about a real woman that way. Come on, man. Come on now, dog.
Yeah. I looked up the definition of whale. It is someone that you find unattractive. So that's pretty vague. I think
that is. That's nice. That
doesn't necessarily mean
fat.
Doesn't. I think that's okay.
I like that definition.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude. Person I find unattractive. Which,
so anyways, you got with a whale.
No, I didn't. I was saved from an unattractive person. Okay, we'll go with that. But yeah, man, that's cool. You had a cool trip. And
yeah, it was a good time.
So I was going to ask you, well, I was gonna ask you about your work for some reason. Like I just thought about it today because I was just thinking about work and the podcast, and I know you're a manager, right? So do you hire people for your
I do interviews. I don't make the official decision to hire, but I just do interviews. The general manager would decide like pay and stuff.
I was just thinking about that. I was wondering if you yelled at your employees at all, because I've been yelled at by managers like too many times to count at my job, and it's not for incompetence either.
My job is basically to babysit children. Except the difference is they're adults.
Okay.
So
you've yelled at them.
That's my job. Yeah, not real exciting.
Well, I mean, like, how bad have you yelled at somebody?
I don't know. I like my job. I don't want to say what it is.
I wasn't gonna say it. I was just gonna ask how.
I have this employee at my work that he has a girlfriend, and this girl at work that he talks to also has a boyfriend. And they're different people. Neither of their significant others work at Best Buy.
Okay.
But these two people are inseparable. Is that the word? They cannot be unable to be separated. Some of our nerdy listeners can tell me the right word.
Inseparable is a good word.
Anyways, yeah, we'll stick with it. But I like literally. There's got to be context to this. I tell them almost every day, like, hey, you guys can't just hang out with each other every day. Like, there's customers in here that need to be helped. So, like, you don't work in the same department. You shouldn't be in the same department. It'd be different if you were helping a customer, but you never are. You guys are just talking to each other.
Yeah.
So, one day I kind of lost it on him, and just, like, this was the most recent time. I just kind of, like, because they were talking, I said, listen, if I have to tell you one more time for you two to stay away from each other, I'm just going to send you home. Because then you guys can hang out permanently outside of work. Ooh. When you're no longer employed.
No. Nate is very manager. What's the word I'm looking for? Managerial? Is that a word?
Yeah, I'm sure the nerds will let us know.
Well, that's hilarious, dude. Just because I grew up with you, we were both kids together, and to see you as a father and as a manager yelling at your employees makes me laugh for some reason. I don't know what it is.
It is literally the same. Like, being a manager is the same as raising a child, except children typically don't make the same mistake over and over. So it's easier to raise children.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying.
At my job, the manager that was over me at the time, like, his thing was closing the door. If he did that, that means you're gonna get, like, yelled at, like, real bad. That happened to me about 5 times over the past 4 years. And it wasn't for anything like super like I was late a couple times because of like the horrific traffic from my house to the office, which was like a 2-hour drive already. And like if a wreck would happen, sorry, I'm 30 minutes late. I can't control how people drive. But you need to wake up earlier. Blah 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 blah, and he'd just go off for like 30 minutes. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, dude, I'm here. I'm getting my work done. I mean, this doesn't happen all the time, but you know, he was always having a bad day, and he'd take it out on me. So I don't know. I just imagine what it'd be like if you were yelling at me or something.
I have employees that show up to work every day late. Every day.
Well, that's something else.
Not one day, not 2 days. Literally every day. I have an employee, I pulled him into the office and I said, hey man, You're late every day. I only went back until January, but you've literally been late every shift. And because at the company where I work, you get a 10-minute grace period. So you have 10 minutes that you can show up to work.
That's nice.
And it's very generous.
It is.
10 minutes.
I wish I had that.
And this kid, but the downside is that if we open at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and you show up at 8:09, then those customers had to wait 9 minutes for you to get to work.
Yeah.
And then and then this is what happens.
Yeah.
I come moseying in about 8:09. I clock in, that way I'm still within the grace period.
Ooh.
Then I go take my morning dump, eat my breakfast,
Really?
put my coat up. By that time it's 9 o'clock and I paid you for 45 minutes
It's
of nothing.
It's pretty sad that this happens. Like American
I
Eagle
pulled this employee into the office that
is stricter than that.
oh, I know. because there was literally millions and trillions of people that wanted to work there at the time. So
Wow.
actually you had a bunch of employees and you guys couldn't even give hours away because you didn't have hours to spend at
Yeah.
American Eagle.
Yeah. We're getting,
So what else is new? What's happening? Did you
Well-
watch it?
what? Did I watch what? Go ahead.
Do you watch any movies?
I haven't been watching any movies actually, but I started the newest season of Game of Thrones, and I've been pretty stoked. I mean, I hear it's one of the best seasons, and I'm pretty stoked about it, man. That first episode when
Yeah, let me just go ahead and from start to finish give you all the spoilers.
please do, please don't. Oh man, so you're caught
exactly
up.
What I wanted.
So you're caught up.
Yeah, I just watched the episode last night and or Sunday night.
No.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm not caught up yet. I'm only on the first episode. I loved how Arya kills everyone in the beginning with the poison wine and her Mission Impossible mask thing.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, that's
That's
pretty.
the Tom Cruise. They stole that from Tom Cruise.
I was like, that's badass. But
yeah,
great way to start
Rest
the season.
in peace, Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah. He broke his knee apparently,
I
right?
don't know. He's still alive. I don't know what's happening.
Well, he
did.
he got injured on MI6 or something.
What was I gonna say? Oh, have you ever?
I've actually seen one.
Literally every one of the Mission Impossible movies is fantastic.
Yes, I agree. I said, yeah, I agree. Mission Impossible 2 might be the worst one, but I still love it. It's like Rocky 4. It's so good, even though it's bad.
Yeah, it's part of it. You gotta watch it.
But I love all the Mission Impossibles.
I mean, I love Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He may be a psycho, but I like him.
Yeah, you can't take away his acting skills for his weirdo beliefs, his cult he's a part of. I mean,
Yeah.
we were a part of a cult once too.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that.
I would
though.
join another one if it meant I could be like Tom Cruise.
Right. I'll join this cult if you give me
like-
millions and make me famous with movies. Yeah. Let's go.
That's like saying, do you want to be a part of the Illuminati? Yeah,
Sure.
I do.
That means we're billionaires.
I've been looking for the sign-up sheet for a long time.
But yeah, man, other than that, I haven't been watching anything because I don't have time. Like, I work 9 to 5, go to the gym, then I edit videos at night for my vlog and for church and for weddings, for people's videos that I do, music videos. I'm a busy man. But I have started Game of Thrones Season 7. Let's get it.
Bro, you need to watch Ozarks.
I heard about that. What is that?
It has Jason Bateman in it. He's the main actor.
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm going to pull it up on the old interwebs here.
Oh, Colton told me about it. He said it rocks, dude. He said it
It's
rocks.
so good.
Yeah, he told me it was amazing.
Yeah, we could watch it and talk about it on here because I just want to talk about it. It's so awesome. It makes me want to be a money launderer.
You think it's feasible? You think you can get away with it?
No, I would immediately get caught, but it looks fun. Like within the week.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. I'm going to fill up my whiskey glass with some whiskey, so I'll be back.
All right.
I'm drinking that good stuff, that Heaven Hill, dog. Heaven Hill.
Yeah?
Yeah, remember to get Heaven Hill. We're looking to get sponsored by these guys.
Heaven Hill, a big heavy hitter in the old whiskey business.
Yeah. Dude, they're gonna pay us for that. I think so.
I'm pretty sure. But if you give them free advertisement, then they don't need to pay you.
Dang it! We messed up. I messed up.
We did it backwards.
Dude, anyway, I'm gearing up for the behemoth of a fight, McGregor and Mayweather. That's what I'm getting ready for.
Yeah, but is it even going to be a good fight?
I think so. Like, honestly, I think Conor will lose, but he's by points alone, though. Like, he's not going to get his butt beat up or anything like that. He's just going to get tagged here and there and lose by points and miss Mayweather. But my hope is for Conor to land a massive left, just like a magic one, just to slip through and knock out Mayweather. That's my hope. Like, you know, I'm what do you call it, ignorant and uneducated in this boxing world, but that's what I want to happen, and I think
you're optimistic.
I guess so. I'm a Conor McGregor fan, dude. He's so charismatic and likable, and I've watched his last 4 fights. It's hard not to like.
Yeah, I agree. He seems like a nice guy that likes to fight.
What's your prediction?
I probably won't watch, but
What?
I will. I'm gonna randomly say Floyd Mayweather just because he's undefeated.
Why are you not interested?
I did watch I watched the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. That's the last fight I watched.
Yeah.
And it was real boring.
Yeah.
So
I remember.
But I mean, maybe I'll watch. I don't know.
Have you even kept up with Conor McGregor at all?
No. Before, I do follow him on Instagram because he's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
I recommend you, when you got free time, just go on YouTube and watch like his highlights and just watch just Conor McGregor videos, like at least like 5 of them. And you'll start to be like a super fan like I did. That's what happened to me. I went on YouTube one day. I was like, what is this Conor McGregor all about? I've been hearing about this, blah, UFC, who cares? And I started watching his videos and it's like, this guy's really freaking cool. This guy's really good. And I just started following him, and now I'm like a super fan. It hit me.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, I think he's really funny.
Yeah, I'm going to go to a party, drink a few beers and watch the fight. I'm pretty excited about it. I didn't know if you shared the same enthusiasm. It doesn't sound like it, which is okay.
Yeah, I don't know, I mean, people keep inviting me to go watch it at their house for free, and I'm just like, yeah.
I think you should. I think you should, because I think... Hold on a second, my camera stopped. Let me restart it. There we go. I think history will be made. I think magic's going to happen. I think you're going to see history live. That's my guess. I think you should go to the party, maybe, Just witness history. So you can tell your son, like,
I'll watch it.
I saw that fight.
Yeah, I'll watch it for the purposes of this podcast.
Thanks.
It'd be like research.
That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, that fight's been occupying a lot of my free time, just watching that stuff. I don't know. What about music? Let's step into the music realm. You been listening to anything new or interesting, or old and interesting?
Yeah, I've been listening to the new Jesus Culture album. It's very good.
That's very surprising. Honestly.
And then on the other side of that spectrum, Jay-Z's new album.
Do you have Tidal?
The Yin and Yang. No, it's on iTunes now.
Oh, okay. I
did have Tidal, but
it surprises me that you even listen to worship at all. Just given our history,
Yeah, it's such a good album.
It is very good.
It's like...
Go ahead.
It's like, I don't know, it's just a really good album. It's music that I'm used to. It's music that I grew up on, so it's easy to kind of get into that same mentality, and it's hard not to have feelings for some of these songs and not to be overcome with something.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I can't say. I was talking to somebody the other day about it. I don't know if it's like, was I just conditioned to have certain feelings during certain songs using certain trigger words? So like my brain is just wired that way? Or do I genuinely have those feelings? I don't know. But that being said, the music is really good. The words are good. I like what they're doing because I think they genuinely do it for a good reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jesus Culture was the first, I don't want to say Christian, but I'll say worship group, because I believe there's a massive difference between a Christian band and a worship band. A Christian band is just a band that is trying to make money, and they sing these cheesy, I call it rip-off music. They just rip off what's popular and say Jesus on it every once in a while, and it's empty. I call it radio Christian crap.
Right.
When it comes to worship's more geared towards like worshiping Jesus, which is what it's meant to be all along, in Christianity, to magnify, put like Jesus or God, both. And that's where the real difference comes in, like when you're putting all your attention on something you're supposed to, instead of like, hey, we're Christian, check us out. Well, I think that's where the difference lies. But yeah, Jesus Culture was the first like worship group that I thought was really good, and like back in like 2008 or 9, I started like listening to that type of worship, and I kind of stuck with that for and it kind of helped me along my life. Like I know everyone has their own story. Like I felt I never kind of let go of my faith in a sense. Like I just let go of religion and religious ideals, and I was just held true to like just like, how do I put this? Like I heard it best, like Jesus is perfect theology. So like if you have any questions about theology, just look to him and what he did on earth. So I heard that, and I like held on to that through all the bull crap, through all the bullshit of, you know, like, oh, there's these rules and all this and stuff. I just let all that go, and I kept the basic core through my life. And worship was part of that. So I really enjoy worship, and I get why you feel stuff, because I think there's something real to that. Like you said, you don't know what it is. You think it might be trigger words and stuff. It may be. I personally think it's Jesus still. You know? But I totally get where you're coming from. Like on the science side, you know? For sure. I think there's...
Yeah, I mean, I want to believe that it's something else, so I've kind of changed a little bit. I was super angry at... I kind of lumped all religious groups and Christian mainly into one category of just evil, out for their own good, selfish, arrogant, you know, thinking that whatever dish they're serving is the best one, the only one type mentality.
Yeah.
And but now I'm kind of coming back around, I think, a little bit. Like, it's, for all the negative, there was a lot of positive, and it kind of, obviously, it made me who I am today, and some of the friendships I still have are from you know, friendships that were born out of that church, so.
Yeah. We have a lot of history with...
church in a long time.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure I can just start.
We got cut off. The internet failed us.
Hopefully this is getting everything.
The intrawebs.
Yeah. At a very
Gonna hit.
poignant part of the conversation.
I'm pretty sure I can just start recording again.
Yeah. Let's sync it back up.
Hopefully this is getting everything.
Yeah. But let's turn that camera back this way.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I mean, we have a lot of history with religion. We have a lot of history with the negative side. So I totally understand it. Like, dude, all my friends that grew up the way we did, they either let go of the whole concept of God, or they don't know what to think. So I understand it totally. I guess since I was connected to various churches that were outside of that whole thing that I thought were okay, I kind of held my faith through all that, I guess. I don't know. But I think we can dive into more of the stuff in other podcasts. Unless you want to like say one more thing about it.
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. I think that was kind of what started, or at least my whole mentality change, was we started going to other churches that felt just as good, if not better, but with less threat of eternal damnation, I guess.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm sure we'll get into it a lot as the pods go on.
We have plenty of stories and just the craziest stuff you ever heard about just how we were raised, and Yeah, it's gonna be good. Just you gotta stay tuned, basically.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's it's crazy. We bounced from Jesus culture to religion stuff, but yeah. What about the Jay-Z album? Is that any good?
Listen, I'm a big Jay-Z fan, and it grew on me. I like it a lot now. It was definitely one of those things. I didn't really have high expectations going into it because I just figured it was going to be a album where he spent the whole time apologizing to Beyonce. Not saying he shouldn't have done that for all you ladies out there.
Right.
Not saying that at all. Just saying that I had low expectations. So I listened to it, and it pretty much is that. He just spends the whole time apologizing to Beyonce.
Yeah. But
it's really good. I like it a lot.
Heck yeah, dude.
It's got some good beats on it. It's got the Damian Marley song on it is nice. It's real nice.
The only song I heard was the OJ song because it was on YouTube, and it's pretty dope song.
Yeah, the video he shot for that is good too. I liked it.
It looks like it was
Well,
based...
it's not a music video. It's more just an animation.
Yeah, it looks like it was based on like the old Walt Disney designs of African Americans in the 20s or so. I was like, what?
Yeah, just the racist caricature.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah.
I mean,
that's what that song's about.
It's a very heavy song. But that's all I heard from it.
Yeah. It's good. The whole album's good. I recommend it. I'll give it the coveted recommend.
I'm gonna check it out as soon as
my opinion matters. So.
It matters to me. Whatever you recommend, I'm going to check out. Like the Jesus Culture album, I checked it out because of you. But I will check out Jay-Z as soon as it comes to Spotify or YouTube or something, because I do have iTunes, but I don't want to use my 3-month subscription yet.
Okay. Oh man, I'm just gonna try to figure out a way to do family sharing for you. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
I have Spotify, man.
I'm waiting for a better album to use my 3-month subscription.
Don't hate.
I'm gonna start transferring you $10 a month so you can listen to music.
I could always download a torrent too, but I don't like doing that either. I don't enjoy ripping crap like that.
So wait, can I get you on record as saying that you like to steal music? Can we get that on record?
I do not like to steal music. I only steal music if I can't find it anywhere else. Yeah. Or if it's like an early release. Yeah. Like I downloaded the ETID record because it was like one day left. And I was like, I really want to hear this record. Is it out yet? I was like, yes. There's a torrent. So I downloaded the torrent, but I did buy the record the next day. So I will say that.
Yeah. I bought that record like 4 times.
Why? I mean, it's awesome, but...
I bought it at 2 of their... I bought it at 2 of their shows and on iTunes and then in store.
Wow.
I don't know why.
That is
because it's so good.
Dude, I think Low Teens is either their second or their first best album. I don't know. I still struggle with that. It's definitely top 3.
Yeah.
It's top 3 for me. Favorite?
Yeah, they're all so good.
Every song. What's your favorite song on Low Teens? You gotta tell me why too.
By think, I mean look it up because I don't know the names of the songs.
Oh, no, I do that too. But you got to tell me why you think it's your favorite song too.
Oh, this one I think is Map Change.
Yeah.
For sure.
Love that song, dude.
I don't know if I can play and talk to you at the same time.
Try it. See what it does.
Nope.
It's not playing?
Baby, you got me all wrong.
Let me see if I can play it.
Baby. Alright, yeah, I guess it's not going to play. I don't know.
Oh, man, I don't have it on here.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, this whole album is good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, definitely.
But
Map Change.
yeah, I mean, probably Map Change. 1977 is really good.
Yeah. I will say my favorite songs are the opening track, which is just brutal as shit, and then Map Change is the other favorite. Like, I can't pick what's my top favorite. Those two are the ultimate for me. My favorite part is I assure you that hell. I think you know what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can hear it.
Yeah.
Can you hear this?
I think that's... No.
No? Dang, that sucks.
It's going to be a minute. Anyways, it's one of the better albums, I think, in terms of, like... It's one of the best... It's probably his best Scream ever. And I think he changes it a little bit for every album, and it's always getting better. So it makes sense. But this is... It's the best Scream.
I agree. I also think it's his best singing and his best lyricism. Keith Buckley for the win, folks.
Message or daily type of message, we'll see. But yeah, I've been thinking a little bit more about, you know, kind of the religious stuff that we talked about last night, and kind of my reasoning behind it is because, you know, I've personally, and I can only speak for myself, but I've been through a lot of things in my life, and, you know, most of the negative things that I've been through are things that I put myself through, admittedly, but you know, I went through a long period of time where there was a lot of hatred, a lot of anger, and I tried to, it made me feel better at the time that to think that it wasn't me, or it wasn't my fault, or, you know, there was somebody else that was kind of controlling the strings and pulling them. And then last week that the new Jesus Culture CD came out, and, you know, Bernie and I talked about it, and kind of, I think I sent it to him, like, I think that moment I was kind of ready, or I was waiting for something to kind of change me or something, or I was looking for something to change my mind, I guess. I don't know how to explain that. But I turned on the CD, and I think the very first song I listened to was Love Has a Name. And you know, hatred is an emotion that I think we try really hard to maintain. We try really hard, and we spend a lot of time feeling that emotion, and you know, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the word, like cultivate it, or grow it. And it's hard to maintain, it's hard to keep up, it's hard to do all of that. So I listened to this song, and what I realized is that I had an instant sense of love and gratitude and thankfulness, and it kind of, there's things that have happened in my life, things recently that have happened in my life, and a lot of hate, a lot of anger, a lot of negativity, and a lot of again, immediately some I did to myself, self-deprecating. But when I listen to this CD, I feel all of that get washed away. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that is a real feeling. I don't know if that is I talked about it last night, but I don't know if that's my brain is wired now to feel those feelings. So I'd like to think that it's not. I'd like to think that it's genuine, and I hope it is. And all I know is when I turn on this CD, and there's not a lot of Christian music that I listen to, admittedly, and I may listen to this CD and then immediately turn on Kanye West or Jay-Z, because I don't want to get so deep into it that I am not realistic with my expectations, I guess. But I'm just really happy for the feelings that I have right now, and really happy that I have a CD or I have music and I can turn it on, and I can immediately, all that hate and all that anger and all those feelings that I had, they are immediately gone, and I'm happy. And you could literally be screaming at my face, and I can turn the CD on and I can feel that instant just feeling of love and gratitude. So it's kind of my thought today, is that we're not always perfect, but just remember that we try really hard to hate, and it's easy, and it's something that, and I say it's easy, it's really hard to maintain, but it's an easy emotion to want to get sucked into. But love on the CD, and I think the very first song I listened to was Love Has a Name. And hatred is an emotion that I think we try really hard to maintain. We try really hard, and we spend a lot of time feeling that emotion, and I don't know, I'm trying to think of the word, like cultivate it or grow it. And it's hard to maintain, it's hard to keep up, it's hard to do all of that. So I listened to this song, and what I realized is that I had an instant sense of love and gratitude and thankfulness, and it kind of, there's things that have happened in my life, things recently that have happened in my life, and a lot of hate, a lot of anger, a lot of negativity, and a lot of again, immediately some I did to myself, self-deprecating. But when I listen to this CD, I feel all of that get washed away. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that is a real feeling. I don't know if that is I talked about it last night, but I don't know if that's my brain is wired now to feel those feelings. So I'd like to think that it's not. I'd like to think that it's genuine, and I hope it is. And all I know is when I turn on this CD, and there's not a lot of Christian music that I listen to, admittedly, and I may listen to the CD and then immediately turn on Kanye West or Jay-Z, because I don't want to get so deep into it that I am not realistic with my expectations, I guess. But I'm just really happy for the feelings that I have right now, and really happy that I have a CD or I have music and I can turn it on, and I can immediately, all that hate and all that anger and all those feelings that I had, they are immediately gone, and I'm happy. And you could literally be screaming at my face, and I can turn the CD on and I can feel that instant just feeling of love and gratitude. So it's kind of my thought today, is that we're not always perfect, but just remember that we try really hard to hate, and it's easy, and it's something that, and I say it's easy, it's really hard to maintain, but it's an easy emotion to want to get sucked into. But love is natural, and understanding is natural, and patience is a virtue and something you have to learn, but it's something that feels so good, and it's something that we're not perfect, and we're going to continue to struggle every day. Let me be very clear. Now that I'm talking, I feel like I'm preaching. This is not anything like that. This is just basic behaviors. This is basic feelings. These are basic things that you can take into everyday situations, and it doesn't have to be I kneeled down and I prayed, I cried, I reached out to whatever you believe, and it doesn't have to be those things. It can be as simple as, I love you. I want to love you. I want to be happy for you. I want you to be happy. I want those feelings to wash over you. And that's what this CD does for me, is I feel a genuine excitement. I feel a genuine relief when I'm listening to this CD. So I recommend it. This is not an ad for the Jesus Culture CD. You may turn it on, you may hate it. But for me, it was kind of a great, it was a thing I needed in the moment. And not just for a religious thing. It's something that I just needed for the personal things that I'm going through. So, yeah.